Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you can stay consistent with your marketing and reach more customers. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide through this content development process. I'm going to teach you how to create remarkable content, engaging content for social media, your sales pages, email sequences, all of those things together to reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below, you're going to see some links in the description box. One of them is going to be for the Content Calendar Blueprint program. It's an email-based training, a very comprehensive guide. And I know it says the word content calendar in it, but it's so much more than just understanding when you're going to be posting on Facebook, when you're going to be sharing your YouTube video. It takes you through the steps to not just develop your content calendar, but to help you develop the content that goes into the content calendar to help you keep growing. And another link that you're going to see is for the Marketing Strategy Collective program. This is my group program that we have on Patreon. We work together in a collaborative space, and to help you work through anything that you're struggling with your marketing, to help you with your sales pages, to help you with your email sequences, any of those things that you feel like you've been struggling and you feel like, I'm so tired of doing this on my own, please check out the links below and get more information about the Marketing Strategy Collective program on Patreon, because I think that this might be the answer that you are looking for. All right, so let's do this today. Today we're going to be talking about storytelling. And as a matter of fact, I plan on doing a whole series of videos, episodes about storytelling. And this is going to be the first one because I want to talk about from this place of storytelling, of people saying, I just don't know if I can do this. I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good storyteller. But let me turn this around for you. Because what if I told you the difference between struggling to grow your leads and attract new clients isn't just about selling more in your post. It's about understanding that you can be a good storyteller. Because I think what happens is that most small business owners, they focus on the what that they sell. They talk about their product. They talk about their service. But see, the best businesses out there, the ones that are actually going to grow their leads, are going to see success, are going to start growing their reach online, is because of the stories that they tell. So let's talk about this. Because if you feel like you're not a good writer, you don't have an interesting story, you don't even know where to start, all of those things that people say, you're not alone. Because here's the thing that you need to know. Storytelling isn't just for people who are best-selling authors, or people who are really great speakers, that they, very good wordsmiths and everything like that. Storytelling is actually a great marketing tool for every business. Every business who wants to connect with their community, every business who wants to build trust, every business who's looking to make sales without feeling like they have to be all salesy and pushy. So today's video, I want to break down these biggest storytelling roadblocks. That's the word I'm looking for. Storytelling roadblocks, to show you exactly how to overcome them. And I want to give you some simple, actionable steps so that you can start marketing yourself, so you can start sharing your storytelling in your marketing mix. And I want to talk about how to craft a story that makes people want to do business with you. So let me back up a step, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, what's the deal with storytelling? Why does storytelling even matter in marketing? Let's talk about this for a brief second. Because marketing today isn't just about lifting out the features and the benefits of your service and your product. It's making people feel something. It's when people feel emotionally connected to your business, they're more likely to engage, they're more likely to follow you, and there's a greater chance that they're going to take action, go to your website, and actually buy something from you. I mean, think about this. Think about the last time you actually purchased something because you landed on somebody's sales page and there was a compelling story versus the idea that you just skimmed some bullet point list on a sales page. So maybe you supported that small business because you not just love their backstory, but it resonated with you because it connected with you in a way because you could see yourself in it. Maybe you signed up for a program because that business shared a personal struggle that you actually had gone through yourself and you're still trying to figure out, how am I going to make myself through this particular thing? Or maybe you even switched to a different business because that company's values aligns more with yours. So when we think about it from that place, we can see how important storytelling is in our marketing. And just as a side note here, and just because this is the way that my brain functions, I want you to understand that your brain loves storytelling. Your actual brain, there's actual brain science behind this, because when we hear a story, our brains release this chemical in our body. And it's a chemical that wants to know more, a chemical that wants to move closer and wants to learn more and wants to be connected. And these are the first steps that happen that enable us to build trust and bonding with our potential clients. It's why we feel emotionally invested in stories. It's why we will remember this story a whole lot longer than if we just saw those bullet points of, facts and features on that sales page. We're going to remember the stories because basically what it is, and there's this recent study by Stanford University that said stories are 22 times more memorable than just raw information. And that means if you want people to remember you, your business, your offer, your products, you need to start telling stories and not just share the facts. Because if your marketing is not working, like people aren't engaging or clicking or buying, it's probably because you're missing the storytelling element of this. And when you only post kind of sales and promotion content, buy my thing, sign up here, work with me, without any kind of story to connect to it, your sales promotions start to feel very cold and transactional. And there's a really good chance that the reason that people are not engaging or clicking or buying, and people will just scroll right past it because they are not connected to your story. They are not connected to your information. And when you wrap your message in your marketing messages in a story, it enables people to lean into the story. They relate more. They remember your business. They take action. And they will get to that space where they feel more confident about buying from you. So let's get into this a little deeper here. Let's talk about the 3 biggest storytelling roadblocks and how you can overcome them. All right, so the first roadblock, and I hear this a lot too when I work with my clients, is I'm not a good writer. So how can I write a story if I can't write? All right, I get this because that's a really big fear. I hear this a lot from small business owners. But here's the thing. You don't have to be a great writer to be a great storyteller. If you think about it, you are naturally telling stories all day long. When you talk to your friends, when you talk to your family, when you talk to your partner, when you talk to your kids, and when you do this, let's say you have a conversation with your friend. You're not going to sit down and plan out like a perfect script about what you're going to say. You just talk. You just share the story. This is what happened. This is how I felt. This is how it ended. This is what I'm going to do about it, right? If you want her feedback, or if you want to get, what do you think about this? How can you help me? This is, that's the very end of your story, but you're basically sharing a story, whether you're a good writer or not. So as you're thinking about your stories that you're going to use in storytelling content, I want you to come from the place of pretending that you're sitting with a friend and you're just having a cup of coffee. You don't make it personal. You don't make it perfect. You just are personal and you're sharing something, naturally. And if you've never done this before, I would highly advise you to get out your phone or to get out an app or whatever and try recording yourself having this conversation. And then, especially if it sounds really, really good, you can run a transcript on it. You can listen and write down what you said. And then there you go. There's your story. And you really didn't even have to be a good writer to tell it. So use that as a good way to break through that one. Okay, roadblock number 2. I don't have any interesting story. There's nothing amazing that ever happens to me. So how am I supposed to share this amazing story and to get people to buy from me if nothing ever interesting happens to me? All right, I get that. Because most people don't think that their story is exciting enough. Most people don't think that their life is exciting enough. But here's the secret about this. You don't have to do a rags to riches. You don't have to say I was on Shark Tank. You just need to be a relatable story. So instead of just trying to be interesting or amazing or remarkable, what if your story was just something that was relatable? Because let me explain this to you. Most people are going to understand and resonate with a story if you're talking about something that happened at the grocery store, because we all go to the grocery store, versus something that happened and I got first class tickets to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, how many of us can say that? And that would be a fascinating, interesting story, but is that really relatable to all of us? So I want you to think about it from that place and ask yourself, if you back up a couple of steps when you're thinking about your story, you think about, what problem do I solve for my customers? And then you can move that into, what personal experience that I could use that's relatable to how I solve this problem. Is there like a challenge that I overcame in my business that others might relate to? Is there a situation that happened with a client that somebody might understand? How you answer these questions, that's the story. It's not about having some crazy drama and, making all this, tons of money. It's just real stories that are relatable and shows how your business can help your customers. And that's what's more important, rather than you thinking that you have to have some amazing, first class Super Bowl type of story. And the third roadblock that I hear a lot is, right, so I get all that. I can sort of write. I've got a few things I could say, but I just don't even know where to start. If you don't know where to start, let me share a storytelling formula for you. It's called the S3 framework. And S3 stands for S, struggle, S, shift, S, solution. So there's 3 S's. So it's the S3 framework. So if we break it down like this, the first S is struggle. What challenge were you facing before? This is for you, your story, not so much about your business. And then the second S is shift. What moment did things change for you? And then your third S is the solution. How did you solve it? And how does that connect to what you're offering now? So I want you to think about how to get started here. We use the S3 framework of struggle, shift, and solution. So we think about our struggle, we think about the shift that happened for us, and what was the solution and how did we solve it? And when we take the answers to these questions, you'll see how it fits together into a story about your business. And if you use this type of framework, it makes it really, really easy for people to connect with you, because they can see themselves in the struggle. They appreciate understanding the shift that you made and how things changed for you. And then the solution of how you solved it gives them hope, gives them a look into your business to say, oh, okay, there's the answer. There's an answer I'm looking for. So this is what I mean by this framework here. And if you can easily break it down just like that, you can start adding some storytelling content into your marketing mix. And when you're ready to start doing this without overthinking this, yes, I mean, seriously, it is the most powerful marketing tool that you can possibly think of. And if you're really ready to do this with the storytelling and your marketing, and you really need some extra help with this, I am breaking this down every single week into the Marketing Strategy Collective on Patreon. You're going to get hands-on support. We're having collaborative conversations, live monthly calls on Zoom, and the community is there to help you master storytelling. So you've got the links below to learn more, and you can really move through this process without feeling like you're having to do this all by yourself. Because here's the thing, my friend, your story is more powerful than you think. And people don't want to know just what you sell. They want to know why it matters and why your business is the solution to help them through their struggles, through their problems, and to help them see their shift in where they're challenged right now. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creative content development, I hope you'll hit the share button, and let's keep this conversation going. And as I have said to you before, and I'll say this to you again, if you're just done with doing this on your own and you've been looking for some help with your marketing strategy, I would love to see you join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective program on Patreon. Get yourself some personalized feedback on your current marketing efforts, like your sales pages, your content ideas. We can even work with you to help with your storytelling. And you'll get to participate in an online exchange of ideas with other like-minded business owners that's going to help you maintain a steady flow of engaging content and to reach more qualified customers. Because you are magnificent, my friend. And let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.